I know it is so hard to decide where to move next. You're tired of your current city or lifestyle and you just want to get out of it and you want to explore your options. So along with all the research, you're finally watching this video, and I feel like this is a really good video for you to stop on because I don't know if you'll need to watch anything else. So these are the top 10 reasons that you should move to Denver. There are a ton of reasons why, but I feel like these are the top 10 reasons why you should move to Denver. I mean, of all the metropolitan cities that you can choose across the nation, Denver is probably really high on the list. And if I were to choose, I think Denver would still be really high on the list, but we gotta find out why. So without further ado, let's go on to number 1 on the list of reasons why you should move to Denver. And it's because you have a dog. At this point, I think there are more dog owners than actual people in the Denver area, and Forbes actually agrees with me. Forbes ranks Colorado as the #1 state for the most devoted dog owners. Colorado dog owners is the second most likely to go from an apartment to a house just to cater to their dog's needs. And Colorado is home to the 4th largest population in America to have a tighter budget just to cater to their dog's needs. And if you own a dog and just plan on renting, that's completely fine because Governor Polis actually enacted this bill as of January 1st, 2024. If you want to look it up yourself, it's Bill 23-1068, where it talks about the pet ownership and so many other things along with it, like insurance claims and how much your landlord can charge you. So as far as insurance goes, the bill cannot allow insurance providers to deny or increase premium based on the breed of your dog. The insurance providers can deny you if you have a dangerous dog, which I'm not 100% sure what that means, but if you want to delve a little deeper, go check out that bill online. And the second part to it, in regards to landlords and how much they can charge you for security deposit and extra rents, they can only charge $300 more for a security deposit, and they can only charge you 1.5% more or $35 per month more, whichever is greater, per month if you own a dog. Pretty interesting, right? So if you're interested in delving a little deeper, go check out Bill 23-1068 and let me know what you think. And number 2 on the list of reasons that you should be moving to Denver is you want to be where the action is. For example, Red Rocks, to skiing, to snowboarding, hiking in the mountains, breweries, and all these events in between. I highly doubt you will ever be bored in Denver. There are so many new businesses and events popping up every month, every season, every year. So there's always something new coming up. So how do you keep up to date with all these things? So a really good place to start for food and events and concerts and things like that is 5280 Magazine and Westward Magazine. They just give you a little crumb trail on where to eat, where to go see the coolest shows, the biggest events happening all around the Denver metro area. And it's actually how I found out about the Denver Food and Wine Festival and also Tacolandia, some of my favorite events that happen annually. And if you're looking for a show or a concert that's not as big and ambitious as the Red Rocks Amphitheater, go check out Number 38, Bluebird Theater, the Fillmore, and things like that. They all have their own special scene about them, and it attracts a certain type of people, or it attracts a certain type of band as well. And if you really don't want to miss any of the action, go hit the subscribe button down below, hit the like button, and make sure you hit the notification bell as well so you know when my next video is popping up. You'll be happy, I'll be happy. It's a win-win situation. Number 3 on the list of reasons why you should be moving over to Denver is it's so central to America. I know a lot of my extended family and a lot of my friends are back in San Diego, so it's maybe a 2-hour flight back to San Diego, and it's a 4-hour flight to New York, so it's still pretty central. And I would highly suggest you go check out the Southwest card. Build up that credit card. It's through Chase, and you can get a lot of benefits through those points. You can save a lot of miles on it, and I've gotten a lot of free tickets, free flights, just based on that credit card itself. And sticking to the airlines, there's also Frontier and Spirit Airlines, which are not my favorite, but if you're planning on balling on a budget, you should go check out those 2 airlines. For both Frontier and Spirit Airlines, you're looking at a really low base cost, and a lot of people that book flights through there, they're like, wow, this is really affordable. It beats Southwest. But the thing is, you have to pay for a carry-on, like a larger carry-on. You have to pay for a check-in bag. You have to pay for extra legroom. And if you want a specific seat, you have to pay extra for that as well. So ultimately, the prices kind of match up with Southwest. And plus with Southwest, you get a free check-in bag and you get a free larger carry-on that you could just put in the stowaway up above your head. So honestly, I really like Southwest. Also, the Frontier and Spirit Airlines just don't have that great of customer service, especially if your flight gets delayed from your previous flight and you're trying to do a layover or something like that. It's just not too attractive, and I've had to experience that myself. So I would say pay the extra dollar, or just go with Southwest so that you get the better customer service experience. At least that's my personal opinion. And number 4 on the reasons why you should be moving over to Denver is you like beer. Beer in Colorado is like wine in Italy. It's a great way to bring friends and family together. And there are so many breweries here. I've talked about it a little bit in my previous videos, but the most popular one is actually the Coors Brewery over in the Golden area. And did you know that Coors was actually founded and started back in 1873, before Colorado even became a state? Coors started back in 1873, Colorado started in 1876, which was 100 years after the Declaration of Independence was signed. That's why they call it the Centennial State. Little cool little fact there. Seriously though, if you're a beer drinker, you're gonna have an excellent time here in the Colorado area, and more specifically in Denver. Denver Beer Week is 9 days long, and you would have an excellent time there to imbibe, hang out with friends, and make sure you go check it out. It should be happening around September in 2024. So just keep an eye out for it. I don't want you to miss it. But an even cooler experience is the Great American Beer Festival. It's the biggest beer festival in the nation in regards to how many different types of beers that you can try and experience. And the Great American Beer Festival has been going on for the past 30 years. And if you really want to look cool, make sure you get one of those big pretzel necklaces. It's a really great way to soak up the beer so that you can last a little bit longer at the festival and try out more beers than you initially thought. Some of the bigger breweries are Breckenridge, Odell's, and Ratio Beer Works, and some of the smaller ones are like True, Station 26, and New Terrain. I mean, all of them are fantastic. It's kind of cool with the smaller ones. They try to push the envelope a little bit more with new flavors and styles of brewing. And if you really want to get started into beer, you got to go check out the brewery shops. They're all around the Denver area, and I think your friendly neighbor might be able to help you out with that too, because almost everyone in Denver brews their own beer or a kombucha or something like that. The number 5 reason that you want to live in the Denver area is you love supporting small businesses. If there's anything that I've learned from Denver, is that the community here in the Denver area is just unmatched compared to the rest of the nation. And with farmers markets, volunteer opportunities, clubs, and fundraisers, I doubt that you will have to travel very far just to get one going, or just to help out the local community. And if you don't believe me, you gotta go check out some of the best farmers markets around. For example, like South Pearl Street, there's a couple in Boulder, Sloan's Lake is another one, and also the Denver Tech Center in the Centennial area. All of those are amazing places, and you'll find some passionate, eccentric, and business-minded people that just started possibly in their own basement. And number 6 on the reasons why you should be moving over to Denver is that there's something for everyone no matter what the season is. Go check out the wildflowers in the springtime, hiking, biking, swimming, whatever it might be in the summertime, the changing leaves in the fall, and do your outdoor snow sports in the wintertime. So, I mean, a lot of it is outdoor recreation, but there are some cool activities no matter what the season is. However, there are some months that just are not like the other ones, and I'm not talking about the winter season, I'm actually talking about the mud season. It's that dreaded time between March and May when the snow is melting, you got a whole bunch of water on the trails, and it just feels really muddy, and you can't really go on a lot of the trails. Maybe the majority of them are open, but there are some that are closed off for maintenance, or they just don't want to ruin the trail from all the mud and things like that. So make sure you go check out online for all the trailheads to see if they're open, and make sure that you're not wasting your time like I did when I drove to Mount Falcon in that March or April timeline. I found out it was closed due to the mud season. So yeah, go check online or call up your local ranger to see all the details about them. Number 7 on the reasons why you should move over to Denver is that you're a young professional. And there are a ton of millennials and Gen Zers here. And I guess to be perfectly clear, what age defines millennial? In my definition here, and I think some websites support it, the lower timeline of millennials is about 23 years old. That is the youngest millennial, in my opinion, in these statistics. So approximately 24% of Colorado's population ranges from the age of 23 to 38. Nearly a quarter of the population are millennials. Of course, I would argue that the millennial population actually increases past 38, but nonetheless, that's the study that I listened to. So from 23 to 38 is about 25% of the population. What's interesting is that 52% of the transplants that moved over to Denver in 2014 were millennials. But the thing is Denver is not home to the most millennials in percentage. There's actually other counties within Colorado that have a higher percentage of millennials living there. There are actually 2 counties, Summit County, which is over the mountains where you got Silverthorne, Dillon, and places like that. That holds about 37% of millennials, and Crowley County on the southern portion of Colorado, you're looking at about 33% of them are millennials. And Denver comes in third at 31%. And the reason why Summit County has such a high percentage of millennials is probably because of ski instructors, people that have those jobs that are just more outdoorsy. They want to be over in the Summit County area. And for you young professionals out there that are moving to Denver but are still looking for a job, there is still hope. There's a lot of employers that are coming around, including these new businesses. Some of the other employers are Datadog, Honest Jobs, Caribou, Vizio, and Better Cloud. The future looks bright for young Denverites, and there's a lot of opportunity coming to town. And number 8 on the reasons why you should be moving over to Denver is the real estate market is heating up. So more recently, I've been writing some offers that include a PCOA, or post-closing occupancy agreement, where after the buyer closes, the seller can stay for a little bit longer past that closing date. So the seller would really like that, especially if they want to take their time in moving to their next place. So basically what I'm trying to say is that these offers are catering a little bit more to the seller side. And if my buyer is okay with that, we can also negotiate in other ways rather than just giving them an extra couple days to live in the house. Now that we're seeing that the Denver real estate is heating up, let's go check out some statistics. In 2018, median home price was $452,000, and the median sold price in 2023 was $582,000, according to the Denver Metro Association of Realtors, which is a 22% increase from about 5 years ago. And back in 2014, the median home price was $310,000, a 47% increase over the course of 9 to 10 years. Of course, we're comparing these numbers with what we're seeing right now in a slower market, which is the dead of winter, right? There's not too much supply on the market because the people that currently own their home own it with a 3 to 4, maybe even 2% interest rate, and they don't want to sell it for going into like a 7 or even 8% interest rate. And I might be spitting a lot of jargon out to you and a lot of terms you may not understand, but if that's the case, hit me up so I can make things a little bit more clear for you. All my information is in the description below. Go check it out. Feel free to call me, text me if you want to reach me. I am here for you and providing the best value for you. Last thing I want to say about the Denver real estate market is that the commercial space is also really heating up in the Denver area. And a lot of my information comes from Instagram, interestingly. Go check out Developing Denver, that little username, Developing Denver. They have some really cool 3D models and schematics of what they're planning on doing to be built within the next 5 years. Number 9 on the reasons why you should be moving over to Denver is we got some excellent schools. Colorado is known for some of the best education opportunities for the youngsters out there, especially when 75% of the high schools have reached the top U.S. News World Report of the best schools in the nation. And if you're interested in bringing your child to a private school, there are over 200 just within the greater Metro Denver area. For those seeking higher education options, go check out University of Denver and University of Colorado schools, great research schools, and nationwide recognized for their work. And number 10 on the reasons why you should move over to the Denver area is the diverse economy. We all know what happened to Detroit after the auto industry left the city. The auto industry pretty much carried Detroit on its back. So we don't want just one industry just leading the economy in that city. We want several different industries, which is what Denver can provide. Denver has several diverse industries in the city like aerospace, defense, biotech, healthcare, finance, and hospitality, which make up the major industry sectors. And with that many legs for the economy, it's really hard to just pull one away and have Denver crumble. So it's a solid foundation for a really good economy. And according to the Business Research Division of CU Boulder, they did an analysis on the jobs that will be performing well in 2024. Let's go check it out. In the professional business services industry, you're looking at about 14,000 new jobs in 2024. That includes professional, scientific, and tech services, management of enterprises, and admin support and waste management services. And for the government, you're looking at almost 11,000 new jobs in 2024, which includes federal, local, and state government jobs. It's looking pretty good. So now for the Education and Health Services Department, you're looking at 9,400 new jobs for the course of 2024. And the top industry that's going to be gaining the most jobs in 2024 is leisure and hospitality at about 5,000 new jobs in 2024. Colorado continues to see a lot more travelers coming in, and skiing resorts have seen more and more lift tickets being sold. And this is the second year in a row this past 2022-2023 year, where it has broken its record twice in a row now. So that about wraps it up. Those are the 10 reasons why you should be moving over to Denver. Hopefully you like the additional context. Having that extra context just means that you can analyze these things that I'm saying out to you, or if you do your own research, it'll make a lot more sense, especially with my opinion in there, especially since I live there as well. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment down below if there's any other reasons why you moved to Denver that I just didn't mention here. So let me know in the comments below. I would truly appreciate your response. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.